Change these keyboard and mouse settings and you'll become a professional player. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman here. Come with you today with a keyboard and mouse settings video. So guys, it's been a while since we talked about settings, but I feel like now is the best time to talk. If you want to transition from being an average player to a pro player, here are my best tips and tricks, my settings, and everything in between. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, I focus on SLA content creation and building a lovely community and gaming. So if you rock with the content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and all that other good stuff. Now, let's talk settings, and more specifically, we're gonna get into controls here, and I'm gonna talk about the key binds in just a second, but I do want to talk about things like manual versus auto support. So first and foremost, I play on 2-button mode and 3-button mode. I do not like 1-button mode. So guys, I will say I've never tried 1-button mode. I really don't even know how that works. I think it just kind of rotates through the skills, but 2-button mode is definitely the way I want to go. I don't want to rotate through supports either. I want to be able to control each and every one of my support characters. Now, as far as things like camera shake, honestly, I don't really mind the camera shake, but I will say, since I did dim down the camera shake, my gameplay has gotten tremendously better. But for majority of players, they don't like the camera shake at all. So you can go ahead and put that on none. As far as the camera control, this one is kind of important. The smart lock on, I do not like this at all. So please put this on manual. And then the rotation sensitivity, we also want this on low. Now, here's where it gets interesting. As far as the controls, we want to talk about the controls as far as the autos, as far as the on and offs. For the summon support controls, you want to put this on manual, guys. So if you don't put this on manual, your hunters, your shadows, and even your remnants, for you guys that unlocked monarchs, those are going to come onto the field at random. And honestly, that's not the best case scenario. Now, whether you feel like you cannot control all your supports at one time is fine. And we're going to talk about the ways you want to kind of transition into being an auto support player into a manual player, because that will tremendously help your gameplay. But let's say you do put this on auto, you can kind of change and versatilize how you guys want the auto supports to work. So let's talk about preventing shadow auto use during auto battle. So I can turn this on, but then have this off, right? So I can limit where I want the auto supports to work. So whether it's preventing ultimate skill auto use during auto battle. So if I have my player mode and I'm on auto battle for my Sun Jinu, I can have this on, I can have this off. I would personally have this off. Well, if you're doing auto battle, then you can probably have this on. Doesn't really matter, but we're talking about how you guys become a better player. So again, manual, off, 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 and then it prevents support hunters ultimate skill during auto use. I like to put this on. So this will actually stop your support hunters from activating their ults at random. I do like manually using their ultimates because it honestly helps me out. If I do track their ultimates that way, I know that they can guarantee hits. If we're saying stuff like Power of Destruction, if we're saying stuff like Guild Boss, there are many times where those bosses will get invincibility frames. They won't even be near the vicinity of the hitbox range. So you definitely want to control your hunter's supports, your hunter's ultimates to hit when they can hit, or when they should hit, I should say. Now, let's talk about the keybinds. What I must say here is that, of course, this is keyboard and mouse settings, but guys, what I do want to say as far as my mouse, I do have a Logitech G502 Hero. Now, if we go on to view 1 right here, you can kind of see how it looks. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I have a bunch of extra controls here. As far as buttons, we have 3 on this side, and then there is like 4 on the top, but I am more so focused on the 2 on the side right here and then the 3 right here. Now, this is all utilized with my SLA play. Now, I'm not saying, hey, go buy a G502 mouse. No, I'm not saying that. But guys, if you do play with the mouse, guys, you need to be considering getting a mouse that has multiple buttons on it, because it's honestly some of the easiest things when you guys can limit your controls to your mouse, because literally I can control 5 buttons with just my right thumb and my index finger. So whether I'm battling, as you can see, the left and right brackets are my basic skills. So I activate that with, let's see, left and right bracket. If we go to view 1 right here. So literally this is right next to my left mouse button. So activating basic skills like magnifying, slash, like reap, it's never easier, because literally all I do is have to glide. My left finger will be like right here, and then I just have to glide it across like a millimeter and then click that, right? And then boom, magnifying slashes or whatever the case may be. Now, as far as my Q and E, this is your basic skills, I believe. I changed this to my weapon skills. So I feel like this is way more comfortable. What I also feel like is way more comfortable is if you switch your evade and your QTE skill. Now, I am not sure why evade is space, but I feel like evade should be shift. I feel like it feels so much more natural, guys. I think you guys should try this out because shift, I don't know, maybe it's because I played a lot of Minecraft as a kid or something, but shift is always associated with running of some sorts, and space is more so associated with jumping, quick events. So QTE should be space. Evade should be shift. I would die on this hill. I've been using this since literally like day one since I've been playing the game. And honestly, guys, Q and E for your weapon skills, I also will die on this hill as well. Like, I feel like this can't be more natural. So literally trying out like a full bloom is never easy, right? Because I literally have to hit shift Q, full bloom, right? So if you're struggling on things like full bloom and stuff, you might want to try it out, because I think for the weapon skills, it's like F and C, right? But again, guys, if we're relating back to what I have, the mouse does make this easier. So if you have just a regular basic mouse, you might not have that availability. So you might have to go to something like F and C, and that is perfectly fine. I'm not saying you guys, you know, you're out of luck if you don't have a mouse, but again, these are the best keyboard and mouse settings that can change your gameplay immensely. Now let me go ahead and change these back to my left and right brackets. Now, as far as the summons for my supports and my shadows, you can see these are the back and forth buttons. If we bring this back, they're literally right here. So my thumb kind of resides around this area. And then as you can see, the Z key is right here, which is my ultimate for my Sun Jinu. So I can literally hit my ultimate whenever it's ready. I can hit my forward and back, whether my forward is to some of my shadows. I can hit my back to some of my supports. So honestly, guys, it is so much easier. And for you guys that are on you know, keyboard and mouse and you're considering getting a better mouse, this video is honestly your sign to go and do that, because this can help you immensely. And then currently, I haven't found a better way to, or a better key to summon the remnant, so it's just staying like T. I can reach pretty easily there with my finger. I might change it to R because there's literally just no keybind there, and sometimes I'm accidentally hitting R when I do want to summon Baron. So definitely I can change it to F or something, X, C, I don't know, but there's a bunch of other controls. And guys, let's be real, you can use these other keys that's closer. So whether, let's say, you do want to keep your weapon skills however they are, or your basic skills however they are, your weapon skills could be something like, I'm just trying to throw out some options here, right? Your weapon skills could be numbers. Your weapon skills could be freaking, I don't know, F and C. They could be what they are currently. If you like F and C, you can make them F and C. Now, if you have, let's say, some type of mouse where you can do your macros, if you do have the G502, which a lot of you might not, but let's say the one viewer that does have it, you can go ahead and hard lock in your keys and your key assignments by just dragging about, I think, one of these here. So let's say I wanted to change F right here. I could change F to that right there. And then boom, every time I click now this button, it would register as F. So that's how I go about it. Now I do have to change this back because I'm gonna stream literally a little bit later and my controls are gonna be all out of whack. So let's not, you know, change our controls too much. But guys, those are my personal suggestions when it comes to, let's not save no key bindings. Now, those are my personal suggestions when it comes to playing out, or just your settings. Now, when it comes to putting these in action, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna feel weird at first, right? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I've been using these exact settings since day one of early access. So I definitely feel like this video is very subjective, and I can acknowledge that. But of course, guys, at least try it out. I say at least try it out. It's just so smooth. So I can never go wrong with something like this. And it's honestly so insane how much this works for me. Honestly, just try to shift, literally shift. Every time I say, oh, I'm out of shifts, it's because shift should be your evade button, as we're literally playing Baron with freaking wind weapons. I don't even know why I went in here with wind weapons, but hey guys, It is what it is, and literally it's just so much smoother, guys. This is what gets me my number ones on Battle for the Time. Of course, the account is, you know, maxed out, but guys, we've had the free-to-play account and we've been getting top 10 in Battle for the Time. So regardless what you say, we're the monarch of gaming. So money spent is not really the issue. It's more so the tactics, it's more so the skills and everything in between. So guys, with that in mind, what do you guys think of the keyboard and mouse settings? Go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Go ahead and share your own keyboard and mouse settings or suggestion for other players, everything in between. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.